welcome back to another episode of My Garage Roleplay. Alright, so today we have got a small job on our hands over here. This is a customer's El Camino that they brought in for a tie rod end change. So yeah, he's got some steering issues, so we're gonna just swap that out for him quickly. And hopefully he can be on his way and yeah, things will be sorted. Alright, so we don't really have to jack up the whole car all the way in the air, and we don't have to take off the wheels or anything, so yeah, this is going to be a nice and easy job. So we do already have the replacement part in our little back room over there, so we're just going to go ahead and dump this over here for now. So yeah, coming back to our trailer that we went to pick up in the first episode, we actually have got some parts as well for that. So we do have 4 new tires and a rim, because we were missing one on the far side, on the passenger side, and we also got the wheel cover for the fender on the driver's side. So yeah, that is gonna come back together very nicely, I think. Alright, but for now we are going to just install this tie rod for the client and see if this issue is a thing of the past. Alright, so that should basically do it. Alright, so I don't see any other worn parts underneath here, so that all looks good. So let's lower this down and give it a little bit of a test drive, and yeah, if everything is good we can actually let the customer come and pick it up. Alright, so Uncle Richard did leave me my payment for the last job on the table. I just wanted to show that this is 2 $500 bills, so that is $1,000 in my account. So yeah, I'm pretty much halfway towards getting the Chevy Chevelle. That is, if it's still going to be available by the time I have the money ready for it. Right, let me see if I can hop into this El Camino. Yeah, this one is still very nice, in very good condition. And this one has got a nice V8 in. Alright, well, I don't feel anything wrong with the steering at all. Yeah, no, I think everything is sorted now. Alright, so I think we should be able to let the customer come and pick it up. Alright, so on today's agenda for Uncle Richard, we need to go and pick up a new car that he bought for himself, because he says the Bel Air is just a little bit too heavy on fuel. So hopefully the car he bought now is a little bit more fuel economical, so I guess he'll see. So yeah, that is why we need to get the trailer sorted out, because we need to tow the pickup truck all the way over there. I didn't order the hoses yet for this, so I might stop by the shop over there and just see if he's got some in stock. Maybe we can get those and just probably replace it, and hopefully our overheating issue will be a thing of the past. Alright, but let me go over and tell the customer his vehicle is ready. Alright, so that is job done. So hopefully, yeah, we can start working on our trailer now. Alright, so yeah, the customer did come and take it. So I think what I'm going to do is probably jack the trailer up as it's connected to the El Camino over here, because I think that's going to be the easiest way for us to actually work on this. Not too sure where I can jack this thing up. Maybe under the axle over here. Right, we'll see. Let me just grab the wrench over here as well. Alright, so I probably have to get these tires fitted. So let's grab this rim, and we'll grab a new tire and mount it onto the rim, and then yeah, we'll repeat the process for each and every wheel on the trailer over there, and probably end up scrapping all of those tires, except for the one. We might keep that around for the time being. Right, so brand new wheel and tire. Alright, so let's just maybe jack this up a little bit. Alright, that should do. Yeah, it's a little bit slipping, but that's okay. This rim actually needs to be washed off first, but yeah, we don't have a washing facility here anywhere close, so that is going to be, yeah, something we'll have to get washed. Alright, so let's go grab a new tire. Yeah, that is not looking too good. Alright, so we don't really have to jack it up too high. Just need to get this one wheel fitted. That should do. Alright, let's tackle the other side quickly. Yeah, I think I'll just change all 4 tires and then I'll air up the wheels. Actually think on this side I might have to... Yeah, I should probably come and mount the mud guard or fender. Try the fender first, so let me grab this. Alright, so that fits like a glove, and that is looking much better. Right, so this tire is completely toast. So I think we'll leave this in the storeroom back here with the old parts. Let's go grab the other tire. Alright, see if we can get this one mounted. And the last one. Alright, let's just set this down over here as well. Alright, so the last tire. Then we are basically done with everything at the shop for today. So we need to head out and see if we can collect Uncle Richard's new car that he bought from the used car dealership. I don't think this jack is going to allow me to put this tire on like this, so let's just lower it down. Let's try and jack it somewhere there in the middle. You just have to be quick about it. Right, so that sorts that out. Just put our jack back in place. Let me grab the wrench before I lose this thing. Besides, I do want to try and keep it neat and tidy around the shop. Alright, so let's come and air up these tires. Alright, there we go. That looks good. Let's just make sure we don't overinflate these tires. Okay, that's perfect. Alright. There we go, and one more. Okay, that is sorted out. Alright, so I quickly want to go and have a look at that shop if we can find a radiator hose for our Camino. Well, 2 radiator hoses, because I think I'm going to have to replace both of them. Alright, so let's fire this thing up. Yeah, we might have to change our starter eventually. Just sit a little bit better. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so I'm taking the trailer with me because I think once we have the hoses and they are mounted, I do want to just quickly pop them onto the pickup, and yeah, we'll throw the old ones in the back of the truck. Then we'll make our way over to the used dealership and pick up Uncle Richard's new car. So apparently the vehicle he bought is a Wolf wagon, or a Mercedes wagon 300 diesel, non-turbo edition. So it's just the base model, but that's fine.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Yes, but I would like to have a look at your catalog for the Jesse engine parts. So we would like to have the upper and the lower radiator hose. How much are those? So $25 for the lower one, and the upper one, do you have that in stock? Also $25. Okay, so that's basically $50 for the pair. Alright, so yeah, well, thank you very much. Cheerio. Alright, so let's just drop these down over here and grab our wrench at the back of the truck over here. Alright, let's get this hose removed. I think we should have some coolant left to top up this radiator. Okay, so that fits like a glove. Brand new radiator hose, so hopefully that one is sorted now. Alright, so we got this one out as well. Okay, let's grab the new one. Alright, so there we go, that is sorted out. So now all we need to do basically is top up our fluids, which I hopefully have enough, otherwise I'll have to grab a bottle from this guy. Alright, so yeah, let's get this filled up, and then hopefully our overheating problems will be a thing of the past now, because yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking driving with a car constantly that's gonna overheat, you know. It's not the healthiest thing for an engine. So I just hope we've got enough coolant, so, but I don't think it'll be an issue as long as we have got it quite full. Alright, so we need a little bit more, so I can probably dispose of this over here. So we should have another bottle of coolant around here. It's under the tire, spare tire over here. Alright, so luckily I think looks like we've got enough coolant, because I saw there is another bottle as well, so that is good. Alright, now anytime now. Okay, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. Alright, well, there we go. Alright, I think that'll do it. So hopefully no more overheating issues. And I think we've got a bit of coolant left. We'll just drop it behind the seat over there. Alrighty, so we are going to embark on our journey all the way over to the used car dealership. And we'll probably be able to see if the Chevy Chevelle is still available there. Right, let's make a nice U-turn over here. Is this a one-way? Yeah, that's a little dumb. Alright, well, let's be off. Alright, and we we are just at the end of the bridge now, and yeah, so Uncle Richard did buy this wolf from the used car dealership, and I did notice there's a little bit of a pull to the right on the El Camino, but the temperature seems to be holding up okay. Alright, I believe that is the car over there. We're gonna try and spin this around and see if we can get it loaded onto the trailer over here. Just make sure it's nice and straightened up. Alright, that should do. Just put her in park, switch it off, and yeah, let's have a quick look at loading this thing. Alright, so this is a base model, 300 diesel, and it doesn't have the hubcaps anymore. It does have some tinted windows, and yeah, by the looks of it, it seems to be in pretty good condition. I wonder what the mileage is like. Let's see. It's got a 280,676 kilometers on the clock, so that is not too bad. It's a good mileage, good running engine. Alright, so let me see if I can get this. Alright, that should do. Right, well, let's see if she fires up. Okay, so gotta wait for the glow plugs to warm up. Right, definitely on the money. Right, so we're gonna try and pull this as far forward as possible on our trailer. Okay, let's see how well we did. I think that should do. I'll just get this lowered down. Alright, let me just reach from here. Alright, well, there she is. I wouldn't say that is my best parking job, but I think it will help. It will work. Alright, and I see our used radiator hoses are still here at the back. They didn't blow off, so that is lucky. Alright, well, let's hope we can get this thing safely back to the shop over there. Let's see how this goes. She is very heavy. Yeah, this isn't going to be a very speedy trip back to the dealership or to our service center. So Uncle Richard said I should just pull it up onto one of the lifts, because he just wants me to go through everything and make sure everything is in good working order before he starts driving it daily. As well, he said he might do some work to it as well, so I guess we'll see what he means by that. Alright, but yeah, we are going to embark on our journey, and I will see you guys when I get back to the shop, or if something happens I will pretty much come back to you guys. So yeah, just hang in there for a second and I'll be right back. Alright, so yeah, so far so good, no troubles at all, and yeah, you'll be pleased to know that the Chevelle is still standing here by the gas station, so it's still up for sale. I think that guy is just asking a little bit too much money for that car, so once we have a little bit more money I can maybe go back and make him an offer and see what he says. So yeah, we are going to continue, and yeah, once we get to the shop I will be back with you guys again. Alright, so we are just about back at the shop. We're gonna pull in now, and we're gonna see if we can get this station wagon offloaded safely, and park it up on one of the ramps over there. Alright, so I think the best place would be probably to just park up here somewhere, because we have to have some space to offload the Mercedes wagon. But yeah, our Chevy El Camino is doing pretty well, so the temperature is, yeah, pretty much where it needs to be, so that is good for us. Alright, so there she is, safely back at the, well, dealership. Can't really call it the dealership, just it's a service center. So maybe drop some comments down below. What do you think we should call this building? The service center, or should we call it currently home, because that is where we stay. So yeah, we'll just probably call it home from now on. Alright, so this is going to be a bit tricky, so let me see if I can get it into the car. Alright, so let me just get my foot on the brake over here. Alright, so this should probably roll off. Alright, so yeah, we got her safely off the trailer. It was quite a bit of a mission, but yeah, we got it done. Alright, so we're just gonna pull it up onto the lift. Might have to approach this at an angle. Alright, so there we go. She is safely into the shop. Now we should be able to get out from here. Just pull back slightly. Right about there, that should do. Alright, perfect. Alright. So yeah, we're going to lift this thing up and maybe take the wheels off and see if everything is okay underneath. But so far this car looks like it's pretty solid. There's not a lot of issues with it, if any at all. I think that should be high enough just to take the wheels off and go through everything. Yeah, I'll park up the shop truck and the trailer a little bit later on. I don't think any customers will arrive at this time of day. It seems to have good tires. Alright, so let's take off this brake caliper and just make sure everything is fine. Because I think the brakes are more important. Oh, that looks pretty good. Brake rotor seems to be very good. See on this side. Now all these tie rods seem to be in good condition as well. Shocks look good. Yeah, those brake pads look brand new actually. Yeah, so there's not really any issues with this car that I see. So obviously Uncle Richard will be dailying this thing, and we want to make sure that everything is 100%. And I think, yeah, look at it, brand new brake rotors, very good condition. Actually wonder how much he paid for this car. If I had to guess, it's probably close to 30,000. We should be able to take off this caliper without taking off the wheel, but I think let's just get a consistency going over here. Alright, so let's grab this one quickly. Yeah, so the brakes seem to be 100% on this car. Brake line looks good, gas tank looks yeah, pretty good. Exhaust system looks good. Yeah, everything looks pretty decent under here as well. fuel line looks brand new, the brake lines look good, all the bolts are tight. So yeah, I don't know exactly what Uncle Richard wants to do with this, but yeah, this is a very good example. It's got a little bit of mileage, but I think for a diesel engine the mileage is actually very low. It's just basically running at the moment, so yeah, everything else seems to check out pretty good. So yeah, I think I'm not going to put the wheels back. I will let Uncle Richard decide what he wants to do to the car first, and then yeah, I guess we'll take it from there. But yeah, I can't really do anything to something that is basically perfect. So yeah, going to back to the shop truck, I did notice there was a bit of a pull to the left, so just maybe want to get this up on the lift too and just see what is cooking, because I think, yeah, I can just see there are some worn parts down there as well, because I think a shop is only as good as its shop truck is. And I also want to try and see if I can bang that quarter panel back in place slightly with the sledgehammer, so that is maybe something we can have a look at quick. And let's I don't know where to go with the trailer actually, because there's not really space inside for it. Might have to get a shed put up outside sometime for this, but I think right there it's going to be out of the way for now. Did I knock the sign over? I may have knocked the sign over. Let's just put it back so that the customers know they can park here, but hopefully they don't come today. Alright, so in terms of the El Camino here, I don't know what Uncle Richard really wants to do with it, but I'm going to try and see if I can get this panel straightened out a bit. But first I want to see what the mechanical issues this thing has got. Alright, so let's just get this up on the lift. Alright, so yeah, I think let's just push it back slightly. Alright, so there we go. So maybe if I can find some damaged parts, I can check with Uncle Richard and see if we can get those parts ordered. Right, let's lift it up and go a little bit high and do a little bit of an inspection. Alright, so yeah, straight off the bat I can see a worn shock absorber there, and this upper control arm isn't looking too hot either. The brake lines, they seem to be fine. These tires, yeah, they look a little bit old, perished. Still have some decent thread on them at least. On this side everything seems to be okay. Don't really see any major issues. Torsion bars look good. So this is quite a solid little truck actually. Well, the brakes feel good, so I don't think there's any issues with that. And on this side, yeah, that looks pretty good actually. There's not a lot of issues, so I'll have a word with Uncle Richard and just see if we can get these parts ordered. So maybe that'll improve the, yeah, little bit of a pull to the right that we have. Could also be tire pressures or something, so I'm not too sure. But I think that is going to be where I leave this episode. So yeah, thank you very much if you watched this video up until now. I do appreciate it very much. And also remember to leave some comments down below with your suggestions of what you would like me to do within this roleplay series. Eventually I'll definitely try and incorporate your ideas. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I will appreciate that very much as well. But yeah, I think until the next episode, cheerio.